There's a manipulation in the real estate market with a dark secret plan to destroy the American dream in the United States. And it's happening. Have you been watching what's really going on around you in your town? Why are they building so many brand new apartments in the United States? And where's all the foreclosures and cheap houses that they keep telling us about for the last 3 years? How about they promised us rents would drop by 50%, but have they? And why are they not building any new affordable houses for sale? That's the exact reason that I'm making this video, because I don't want you to fall into this trap. Now, if this is your first time here, I just want to say welcome aboard. This is the real estate channel that helps you to avoid the pitfalls that are costly, so give me a thumbs up if you're good with that. Now, there's a secret plan to crush the American dream, and this trend will continue into the future unless you actually do something about it, because they want the public to keep paying rent and high interest, and they don't want you to own a home of your own. And it's happening. Yet many people are sitting on the sidelines and they're wishing and praying for a housing crash because the price of houses and interest rates is absolutely nuts. So what are they going to do to help us out about this situation? Here's where it gets a little dirty, guys. Currently, we are seeing a massive number of build-to-rent homes being constructed all over the nation. And these homes will never be hitting the market for sale. These homes are only for renters. And at the same time, they could be concentrating on making real estate more affordable by building and selling the starter homes for sale. But they're not. On top of that, they're building a colossal number of new apartments. Have you seen that? I mean, who the heck are they building all these for? And why do they keep on doing this? Well, I'll tell you, there's two large groups behind this manipulation of the housing market. The first group, big retirement funds, pensions, annuities, and institutional investors. So what's the reason behind all this? Well, many baby boomers have pensions and they invested money into retirement funds. And these retirement accounts are set up to provide monthly income to live on in retirement. Now, some of these big retirement funds have invested that cash into income producing rental properties. Yet many of these retirees have told me that they had no idea where their pension money was invested and where the monthly checks were coming from. As a matter of fact, they said, they just send me a check every single month. The second large group behind this manipulation is the large corporate asset managers and private equity firms. BlackRock, Blackstone, and even large corporate hedge funds are buying in cash. Then they're taking that rental income and putting it back into the fund to purchase even more properties. Guys, nothing is crashing when they're buying in cash. These big corporations are looking for the passive income and tax advantages that come along with real estate investing. And they tell us, you'll own nothing and be happy. Now, personally, I'm not a fan, and I'm not drinking that Kool-Aid. Are you? The American dream is the idea of home ownership with equal opportunity to get ahead in life financially by allowing each person their highest aspirations and their goals. But this manipulation of the housing market, it's a trap. It's a slow-moving crisis that's happening quietly. And the average working person, the middle class, is getting completely eliminated. These corporate investors are brainwashing and selling the younger generation that you should just rent. You should never really own because you can come to the dark side and we have cookies. And it's easier and you don't have to think about anything, right? You see the trap, guys? If you don't own your future, someone else does. Informed people can see how this long-term trap of renting is completely killing off the middle class. But I want to show you how this actually starts. Investors will buy up affordable starter homes as soon as they hit the market. And then when they buy in cash, they'll raise the rents, which keeps many away from buying a home of their own. One executive from a big national builder had stopped by my office and told me something completely off the record. So I'm not going to use any names here, all right? They told me that they have several private equity firms that will come and buy an entire neighborhood from them after they built it with cash for more than they can get if they sold those homes directly to the consumer. Yep, they build a community of homes and then they rent it out or lease it out and they get 85% of that community rented. A private equity firm will buy out the entire community in bulk. And these equity firms write the builder a huge check for all the rental contracts and the entire community. Now, just follow the money. Publicly traded stocks, or REITs, real estate investment trusts, are some of the biggest homeowners in America. Now check this out, Invitation Homes. This is entire communities of single-family homes that are being built, and they're not for sale, but specifically for rent. Now these are brand new houses with high-quality amenities and none of the hassle. Of course, you just keep paying every single month. And this corporation owns 80,000 homes in America. Now, American Homes for Rent, this is a Nevada-based corporation, AMH,
And they claim to be the leading single-family rental group in the industry, and they own 59,000 homes in America. BlackRock is the world's largest asset management company and owns $60 billion in real estate assets.
So the question is, do you want to live in a world where you don't own anything and there is no home ownership? And if we don't have affordable homes available for sale, many will be forced to rent from these big owners, these big private equity funds, and control and own a majority of the rentals in your area. That's called a monopoly. They can set and control local market prices for rentals. Can you see a problem here? If they wanted to, builders could build affordable homes and then sell them to the public. But guess what? Some of the big national builders, they're funding money the easy way when they can sell to these big build-to-rent corporations. On the other hand, if you want a big luxury home, like many national builders will have no problem building that for you. Do you see a problem here? You can build a big luxury home, but the middle class is getting trapped, right? So I've got a question for you. Do you have any affordable homes where you live? Let me know what's going on in your area. I really would love to know what's happening. Now, some people are not even aware of what's going on right now before their own eyes. And others, they don't even care. But the truth is, if you don't own your own future, somebody else does. Now, this is an issue that can affect you no matter what stage of life you're in. So if you're starting out, growing a family, or you need more room, or you're retiring, everyone needs a place to call home. So we already know that buying a house is not easy. As a matter of fact, it's never been easy. When I bought my first house, it was not affordable, to me at least. You know, I had a $23,000 a year salary and a mortgage interest rate of 13%. You know, I did a lot of repairs myself, and I learned a lot of skills that I wouldn't have otherwise learned. But if you ask me, was it a struggle? Yeah, 100%. But trust me, I ate a lot of ramen noodles and I gave up a lot of stuff. But I made it happen. And at that time, could I afford it? Barely. But am I glad that I did it? Absolutely. You know why? Because when I sold my home, I took a profit and I put that into my next home. And if I had chosen the easy route and just rented, I would not have had that opportunity to profit. Now, nobody talks about this, but we're all getting older, right? But in retirement, can you imagine how hard it's going to be to try to survive on Social Security alone if your house isn't paid for? Yeah, that's happening every single day. The question I have for you is, what's going to happen to most Americans when they have no house to retire in because they were forced to rent their entire life? Renting is not a dream. It can turn into an absolute nightmare, especially if you're paying money and you never own anything. Now, I've got some good news and I've got some bad news for you. Which one do you want first? Okay, now we already know it's hard to find and buy a good, solid, affordable home, but it is possible if you're persistent. You know why? Because corporations cannot buy them all. You just need to be prepared so that you can scoop that deal when it presents itself. Now, just understand the deal of the decade, it happens about once a week, guys. You need to know where to look and what kind of stuff to stay away from. So consider looking where others are not looking, okay? So my real estate team has found some hidden gems with divorce sales and even probate sales where a family member just wants to get rid of that property at any cost. But knowing what to look for and what to stay away from is super important. Wouldn't you agree? So I've got a question for you. Are you currently renting or are you buying? And if so, how much are you paying per month? And what exactly do you get for that? Now, if you have been watching these videos here, I just want to let you know that I truly appreciate you taking the time to comment here on this channel, and I truly appreciate you also watching. And this is the reason why I'm doing these videos, guys. Was any of this information helpful? Just let me know. If you're looking here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, or anywhere in the nation, I have a network of real estate experts that I can hook you up with to find your hidden gem and to help you to avoid the pitfalls that are costly. So pick up the phone, give us a call at 843-839-9870. And if you subscribed, guess what? I'm going to see you in the next video. Take care, guys.